For tonight's performance, I'll be singing First Cut is the Deepest by Sheryl Crow, and why I have chosen that song is because it's due to the feedback that I've got from the first performance where I sang You Raise Me Up, and the judges said that I've got a more of a Sheryl Crow's voice, and hence I really love this song. And I also remember Leona Lewis singing this song for X Factor in 2006, and she did a really lovely version, and I really love this song.
I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and he's taken just all that I've had. If you wanna try to love again, baby, I'll try to love again, but I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. But when it comes to being lucky, he's cursed. And when it comes to loving me, he's worst. I still want you by my side, just to help me dry the tears that I've cried. And I'm sure gonna give you a try. If you wanna try to love again, try. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. But when it comes to being lucky, he's cursed. And when it comes to loving me, he's worst.
You look great and you seem like you have a lot of confidence. Okay, let's see if the judges share what I had to feel. We start with AC.
Hi Dhanushki.
Hi.
I'm glad that you picked this song as we spoke after the competition, and I told her this as well, and I think it was Stephanie's choice as well. She keeps wanting to take credit for it as well.
Go Steph.
But yeah, okay. Here's the thing, right? I liked what you brought to the song. There were a lot of pitch issues though. Okay, but this kind of style suits you perfectly. As an artist, like if I was producing your track, I would tell you this is the kind of song you gotta sing. But you could have sung it better. Your performance today was a lot better in terms of your showmanship, and you had a lot more actions and a lot of entertainment going on there.
I think you were much better today than you were last week.
Thank
you also look better. I love.
Thank you.
You're in a beautiful dress. I love that owl. It's really nice. The owl.
The owl on her chest.
You want to show him?
The owl on her chest. Alright.
I really thought you were much better, and a few things just in terms. Your showmanship was really great. You had more confidence, but you kept swinging your head, kinda. I know you just kept doing it a bit too much, I think. So just try and keep that in control a little. I saw you were trying to feel the song. I really enjoyed, the emotion that was coming out of you. Just a few mannerisms, which I just pay attention to those.
Hi Dhanushki.
Hi.
Clearly I have no last week to compare you with, but I liked what I saw. I think you were tossing your head because of your hair. It felt like you were getting your hair in your eyes, and you were trying to toss it back. This actual the sound, it seemed like you had, you really could bring more out there, because it seemed like you were holding back. So I think you could do much better in terms of your stage presence, but I liked it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright, okay Dhanushki, so are you happy with that?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. sweet and loving. Many times you drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. And when you look in your big blue eyes, I just falling down in paradise. You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. Whoa, heaven must have sent you down, down for you to give me a thrill. Every time you touch me, every time you hold me, my heart is beating like the train on a track. I love you, baby, and it's plain to see. I love you, honey, it was meant to be. You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. Oh. Oh. Heaven must have sent you down, down for you to give me a thrill. Every time you touch me, every time you hold me, my heart's now spinning like a train on a track. See Stefan reaching for the mic. I saw Stefan along with you for that, so I'm sure he's got a lot to say. Hi Stefan, on to you.
Clearly the most amount of energy for the night.
Thank you.
Up to now. I love the song. I grew up with that song, and that's the reason why. Performance-wise, I thought it was great. I felt you were straining at a certain point. I think you've got everything else that goes with it. I'm sure if you really work on the pitching and whatever else, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, great, absolutely great. I think also extremely entertaining, and I think that's what you need to really, I think that's what it's all about. Absolutely great job.
Let's see what Steph has to say.
Yes, I agree. Completely entertaining. It's always fun to just watch you. So I'm just going to tell you a few things you could work on in terms of at some points you seem like you swallow your words rather than project it. Like right at the end when you said you drive me crazy, you just swallowed the words instead of just projecting it. So just work on projection because you have the showmanship clearly.
Okay, let's face the facts, alright, man. You know I like you, first of all. You know I really like you. But the fact is, you're not the best singer here. In fact, you don't do much singing, but you're so energetic, man. I love that. You know, I have a good time. Like, even if I'm having a really bad day, I watch you singing, and, you know, my day gets brighter. Well, in this case, my night gets
Darker.
Sorry, what?
He's letting out his softer side, so obviously you're having an effect on him.
I have a soft side towards that, of course. Yes, soft side. As much as you do the same things that I criticize, we love watching you on stage. So keep it going.
Thank you. Alright, Daryl, I have to say I agree with all three judges and very entertaining as always, alright?
For this week, I'm planning on singing My Immortal by Evanescence. And the reason why I chose that song is because I've been singing that song for a very long time. And I really love that song. And I really hope that I would do justice to that song. Let's see whether the judges will like it.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave. Your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. I held your hand through all of these years, but you still
Varuni.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Sorry.
Okay. I love the style you brought into it. You know, I could kind of see that rocker chick in you singing that song. Like you know, you had that kind of feel to it. But there was a lot of pitching errors. I also saw a lot of strain. And you had some timing issues as well. Especially in the part when she goes, I've tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone. And so you should really like focus on the timing. You got the voice.
All right, Steph. Thanks. And Stefan. Just to make it a little bit more complicated. Hi, Stefan. What do you think?
Hi.
Hello.
Like Steph said, I felt there was a bit of a strain, but obviously when it started like really kicking off, it, you know, you brought it sort of on, you know, it really sounded strong at that point. You obviously, in the kind of style is this type of style you like. That's clear to see. You've obviously got a very strong voice. I'm seeing half the rocker chick, but I'm not seeing the full rocker chick, right? So I think that's probably your comfort zone, and I think you should really go for that.
Varuni, I think once again, as we say, like with any competition, there is always an artist that fills a pocket. Like you've got the crooner here, and you've got clearly you're the rocker chick in this competition. Now, as far as the song choice, I think it's a great song choice, but you were straining quite a bit there. I think you yourself know it because your voice wasn't shining through. The low parts were also a little bit lower for you. I thought you could have done better with the song, except for the performance. I wasn't a big fan of the voice, but overall, I like you.
Thank you.
I see you driving around town with a girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough, and I'm like, forget you and forget her too. I said if I was richer, I'd still be with ya. Ha! Now ain't that something? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with a forget you. Well, I'm sorry for the but that don't mean I can get you there. Ha! Yeah, she's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. Ooh. But the way you play your game ain't fair. I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, well, got some news for you. Oh, yeah, but you go run and tell your boyfriend. I see you driving around town with a girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough, and I'm like, forget you and forget her too. I said if I was richer, I'd still be with ya. Ha! Now ain't that song? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you. Now baby, 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 why do you wanna hurt me so bad? So bad, so bad, so bad. I tried to tell my mama, but she told me this is one for your dad. Yes, she did. And I was like, why? Why? Why, lady? I love you. I still love you. Whoa. Around town with a girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough, and I'm like, forget you and forget her too. I said if I was richer, I'd still be with ya. Ha! Now in that song, although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with a forget you. Thanks.
Alright, there you go. Kirk Michael. You know, last week I told this guy that I thought he picked the wrong song, but today I think he was almost spot on. But I tell you, I think he brought a bit of Sri Lankan element to that song, which is kind of cool. You know, like But it's very good, dude. Looking very smooth as well. Alright, let's go to Stephanie.
I loved it. I think it was the most entertaining performance so far. I mean, I loved expressions. I
I really felt that you were feeling the song, and I enjoyed it. People were clapping along. They obviously felt it too. I love the attitude, the confidence. What was interesting is the first time you said, I got a pain in my chest, you held your back. And then the second time you held your stomach. So that was kind of funny. But I enjoyed it. Overall, it was great. It was great. And I love the new look. You have a very Blues Brothers, Men in Black kind
Spot
of
on, yeah, that's right. True.
Cheers.
Alright, Stefan.
Hi, Kirk.
Hi.
I like the fact that you brought some swag to this with your glasses and the whole, feel. Very entertaining and like great showmanship. So, as far as the technical bits, I'll leave that to Azzy here. But great showmanship, and you really brought it on. Immensely entertaining.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
I think it's an important thing for all the contestants out here to understand. You can win this competition in two ways. Either you can be the best singer, or you can be the best entertainer and win this competition. So I think we clearly have a segregation right now. We have a couple of great singers like Antoinette, and then we've got a couple of great entertainers like you. And as far as the singing was concerned, man, I thought you could have brought a little more power into your voice, but I love the performance, a little bit theatrical occasionally, and I think and you kept doing that sewing thing that Stephanie was talking about. But if you drop that out, I loved it. I thought it was happening. Like Steph said, I loved your swag. You were fun. It was exciting. I had a good time. See you in the next round.
Cheers, man.
Kirk, I wish I could be on the other side
Thanks
of
for
the
the
table.
support, guys. Much appreciated.
Kirk, I wish I could be on the other side of the table because last time I was very negative, but this time, spot on, buddy. Great.
Cheers, man. Much appreciated.
So hey, my name's Gajan. You saw me singing Ronan Keating When You Say Nothing at All in the first elimination round. Thanks to my performance and the judges' comments, I got through to the next round. And I'm here tonight. I'm going to be singing Bon Jovi, Have a Nice Day. So I'm not too sure how the performance is going to go, but I want to mix it up a bit, bring my rock on. Let's see whether I can wow the performance, especially when me and a little dispute went on with, one of the best judges out there. Let's see how tonight's performance goes out. I practice hard. It's all on for tonight.
Want to tell me how to live my life? Who are you to tell me if it's black or white? Can you hear me try to understand? Is innocence the difference between a boy and man? My daddy lived a lie, it's just the price that he paid. Sacrificed his life just slaving away. Oh, if there's one thing I hang on to, it gets me through the night. I ain't gonna do what I don't want to. I'm gonna live my life shining like a diamond, rolling with the tide, standing on the ledge to show the wind how to fly. When the world gets in my face, I say, have a nice day, have a nice day. Take a look around you, nothing's what it seems. Living in a broken home of hopes and dreams. Let me be the first to shake a helping hand. Everybody brave enough to take a stand. I knocked on every door on every dead-end street, looking for forgiveness, what's left to believe. Whoa, whoa, if there's one thing I hang on to that gets me through the night, I don't wanna do what I don't want to. I'm gonna live my life shining like a diamond, rolling with the tide, standing on the ledge to show the wind how to fly. When the world gets in my face, I say, have a nice day. Alright, there you go, Gajan. Alright, Gajan, if you step over here for a bit. Alright, okay. Tired, isn't it? Well, it's a song without the attitude. It's a song of a rebel. It sounded like you actually sing it to someone. Were you singing to someone special?
No. I'm just saying this out to everybody. No hard feelings to anybody. I'm cool with Aslan. He's a good guy. He's my bro.
I never said Aslan.
Guilty.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to Aslan.
No,
But
it's cool.
we'll start with Stefan. We'll start with Stefan and we'll get to Aslan.
Hi, Gajan. Right. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of rock, but I like your whole attitude and what you did out there. Clearly, you have something for that song, and you brought it on. And also it showed. I felt there was a bit of straining, and you lost it in a few places. But I liked your whole energy. That is the first time I saw that kind of energy up to now. So yeah, so I guess that's what you need to keep at. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, okay, so Stefan says that he liked your energy, you were intense. Alright, okay, but straining on some parts. Alright, let's see what Stephanie says.
I have to agree with what Stefan said. You did lose it at a few places, but I loved, like he said, the energy. The only thing I wish you did was not look at the karaoke lyrics, because you had all of this passion and you were like, you know, your body language was there. You really felt that you meant every single word that you were singing. But then you'd look at the lyrics and then you're just like, hang on, does he really mean it? Like, he must be a very good actor, but he's very disconnected here. So just work on that. You know your lyrics. I know it's there, so it's very tempting to look at it, but don't. Engage. I know you tried a couple of times. I saw you try to look a couple of times, but just work on that.
Thank you.
Alright, so Steph says that maybe you should know the lyrics by heart and not depend so much on the screen up there, okay? Alright, so easy, okay? You guys had a bit of a exchange last time. What did you think this time? What did you think?
Okay.
Alright, okay, so what do you think of the total
First of all,
outfit
that's
today?
exactly what I'm going to say. So I'm happy that you're taking some notes down and you've this time added a shirt on top of the t-shirt. It's a good stuff. You're progressing, brother. I like that. Very good.
There you go. Brilliant.
And so, as far as the singing is concerned, here's the thing. At the start, I think you were a little under because your voice was warming up. At the end, you lost your timing a bit. But in between, I thought it was stellar. I thought you brought energy, and I thought you really rocked the stage. And you really worked the stage. You worked the mic. Last week, you singing Ronan Keating, and today you singing Bon Jovi. Clearly, Bon Jovi is the thing for you. And Ronan Keating, man, throw that out because you rocked it today. All right. Thank you.
So that's pretty good. Easy thinks that you should be more of a rocker, yeah? Alright, okay, alright, buddy. Good job. I thought it was pretty good too, okay?